Your memory, how it works, how to use it. Lecture 1. Your memory is better than you may realize. Conscious visualization, the four-way test. All knowledge depends upon memory. He never forgets a face. It was late in the afternoon of a hot sun's summer day when Detective Sergeant Frank Rutherstone made his arrest at 5:30 p.m. to be precise. Actually, it was Dead Sergeant Rutherstone's day off, a Thursday, and thoughts of wanted persons were far from his mind when half an hour earlier he had strolled down to the beach to watch his two children, Lynn and Ronald, enjoying their usual after school dip in the surf. With fair hair and sparkling brown eyes, Lynn, at just 16 years of age, was a tall, graceful, strikingly beautiful girl. 2 years younger than his sister, young Ronald gave promise of growing into a big, muscular man like his father, whose twinkling blue eyes the boy has inherited. Puffing contentedly at his pipe and steadying his hat on his head against the fitful guts of the dying northeaster, Detective Sergeant Rutherstone was contemplating lazily the unusually low state of the tide. Suddenly his attention was diverted. A man had come into view walking by the water's edge. Bareheaded, the man was dressed somewhat carelessly in white shorts and a colorful Hawaiian style shirt. A pair of weather worn brown sand shoes covered his feet, but it was the man's face that had alerted Rutherstone's interest and rapt attention. The face seemed familiar. Where had he seen it before? Long habit triggered the detective's card index memory into instant action. The little black mole high up on the man's right cheekbone had rung a bell in Rutherstone's fast working memory. Within seconds, a picture from his little black book, had leapt to the screen of his conscious mind. With it, a name, the name of a criminal, a forger, wanted by the police in all states and in New Zealand. The wanted person's picture clearly defined in his mind's eye. Detective Surgeon Rutherstone checked the man's face quickly for corresponding features. Yes, there could be no doubt about it. This was the man, all right. Detective Surgeon Rutherstone, in making his arrest, had once again justified the nickname by which he was known as CIB Headquarters. Gimlet Eyes Rutherstone. Gimlet Eyes Rutherstone, the detective, with the piercing, boring eyes, the man who never forgets a face. Perhaps your memory is better than you think. Pound your forehead, wrinkle your brow, try as you will. You just cannot remember the name of the chap you met yesterday afternoon. No, sorry, I just can't remember it. I feel such a fool. It's completely gone. I'm afraid I have got a shocking memory for people's names. Isn't his name Samuels? A mutual friend suggests. Samuels, of course. That's it. I remember it now. Samuels, of course. Well, there we are. The name was in your memory, wasn't it? Perhaps your memory is better than you may think it is. Perhaps you are studying for exams, discussing the exam papers with your friends. After the ordeal, how many times have you had occasion to say, "Why, yes, of course, that's right. I remember it now. Why? Oh, why didn't I remember that in the exam room?" If then the knowledge was in your memory all the time, do you not agree that it is possible that your memory may be better than you think it is? Have you ever have you ever heard people say such things as, "I have a good memory for faces, but I am hanged if I can remember people's names. I'll spend an hour with the textbook of study and find the very next day that I have forgotten so much of what I read. Try as I may, I just cannot rely upon my memory when it comes to figures and numbers. I'll put something down in a safe place and 5 minutes later can't for the life of me find the confounded thing. I'll read a book and a week or so later find that I have forgotten most of what I read. I'll get a bright idea while under the shower or at some such inconvenient time when I can't reach for pencil and paper. And later, when I try to recall the bright idea, I find that it is completely gone, lost forever. I'll turn off the stove, lock the front door, and then, halfway down the street, stop in a panic. Did I turn off the stove? Did I lock the front door? Johnny will have to do something about his memory if he wants his school marks to improve. Have you ever said such things yourself? It's almost criminal, the number of people who go through life with the mistaken idea that they have a poor memory for names, for detail, for location, for figures, for facts, for studying, for almost anything at all. Let's continue in the next chapter. Thank you. Bye bye.